What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2 and my Hardcore Mystic Only playthrough. So we are now on the Onslaught Defender. We got to do 10 Onslaught maps. Now, I'm starting off on my highest floor available after beating Chaos 4, which was floor 12. So with that in mind, we are going to have to go 10 floors from here on up. Now, remember, this quest just requires doing 10 maps. So if you don't feel like doing Onslaught, you can actually do floor 1 10 times if you wanted to, and you're still going to complete this without any issue. Now, let's go ahead and re-roll that one. We got a bum one on there. But we have got the Forest Crossroads here for floor number 12, and let's see what kind of lanes we got. Only being floor 12, we're not going to have very many mutators. We got Power Block there, Pilot on there, Abominable, and then Unstoppable. We're pretty much just going to ignore all of those. So let's just go ahead and do it up. We are going to, we'll wall it, say like right there. Let's go ahead and throw our trusty obelisk down. And then let's do the same thing here. We'll wall it like right there. I always have mixed emotions on this area. You've got this great double lane area, but the problem with it is any ranged projectiles that pierce, of course, can hit the core then. So that would be the downside. But I'm gonna go something like this. We'll double wall it right there, something like that. That still leaves tons of DU left. And in true fashion, we are going to stick with the old Sand Vipers. So let's throw a couple of them there. I want to get another one in kind of up front, and that will also help me out a little with the flyers. We'll go, actually, let's just go ahead and go 2 of them there. Something along those lines. Now, we can do the same thing over here pretty much. We can put them directly behind, but if we do, once again, anything that pierces is going to hit that. So why don't we do this? We'll get a bunch of double dip going here. Between those 2 lanes. In fact, let's just go 4 of them right there. That's a good, healthy chunk. And that leaves me enough for really the same thing over here. So we got any overflow from that lane and then this lane. Now, in this lane, of course, we can get some double dipping in as well. And we can get a little upfront damage in with a couple of Sand Vipers, something like that. And then we still have 220 left, which is absolutely tremendous. Let's go with 3 sand traps right there. I think we'll go like 3 right there. That leaves me enough for 3 there, and then 2 on this side. So a little sand trap heavy, but I like it. I think that will be good. We're going to dump 150 of our mana into our obelisk there, and we'll just go 1 more upgrade there. Let's let it fly and see how it goes. I feel like I've got way too many snakes down. That means there's going to be lots of times where there's just not enough targets to handle all those beams. The obelisk is getting it done, of course. Now, the down part about making the swap from Expeditions to Onslaught is, of course, you're not really getting apples to apples as far as the loot comparison. So, we're basically going to get nothing but junk gear for the next few floors until we start getting that higher tier Chaos 4 gear to drop. So far, so good. The cyborgs, of course, got some stuns off there, but we're just kind of ignoring that at the moment. We're actually doing really good. I think the challenge may just be flyers. And once again, my goal here is I'm hoping that I'll be able to skip Chaos 5 expeditions and go right to Chaos 6 expeditions as soon as this is all done. Getting lots of Dark Torments out there, which is quite helpful. They're just popping off like crazy here now. Alright, and then here come the flyers. Just like the expeditions, they do come at the end of the wave. Look at the Dark Torments hitting across the map there. That's just plain awesome. We don't really have to worry about any of the wyverns, but we will have to keep an eye out for any dive bombers, as they could potentially destroy my goodies there. Let's go ahead and jack this obelisk all the way up. And let's do a few upgrades there. We'll get 2 there, and then let's hit both of these guys here. I think they're putting in most of the heavy lifting over here on this lane. So let's let it fly and see what we get here. Little geode rolling out. These Dark Torments are just kind of payday for me here right now. They're doing just really, really well. Alright, we got an ogre rolling out, coming from over here. Yeah, the ogre's just getting wrecked. So yeah, we take a look at the loot. We're at 10 of 10 Chaos 3 gear. Now, I mean, some of that could be an upgrade, but, you know, I just came from Chaos 4, which was giving me that 0 of 10 Chaos 4 gear, so I could get an upgrade there. But it's not crazy likely. Alright, we are at the flyer time. Those obelisks getting their flyer shots in. Very nice. Alright, so where do we want to go from here? This wall took a couple of hits. I think that's pretty solid for the start. What do we have? We got a Skelly coming. The cyborgs are definitely disabling the sand traps with no issue on that lane, but they're still getting a few shots off. Can't remember what lane the Skelly's coming from. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Actually, I think we're, you know, I think I'm working too hard. I don't think that really needs to be happening here. I think I can just chill back here. Alright, here's Slikelion. Oh wow, Slikelion just got slapped hard there. Alright, and this is, you know, super smooth transition into Onslaught. Of course, you know, I'm in such low tiers, I didn't really expect there to be any sort of a challenge at all. It's just a matter of going through it just for the quest line. Flyers are coming in a little close. Alright, we got a Plaguing Hawk this time. Let that poison dot tick on him a little. Ooh, a melee boom. That will find a home somewhere for sure. All right. Pretty smooth sailing here so far. There's my very first 10 out of 10 of the playthrough. And of course, it's a refund servo. Boo. Big boo. But, you know, at least I got one. Nice, nice to finally see a 10 there. Alright, let's just let it fly. We'll leave it a nice little surprise as far as what the bosses are for the final wave here. Yeah, I think this is just going to melt. Snake's doing good. Alright, we got Nash coming from over here. It's actually... Oh, yeah, we slowed Nash up a little there. Got a nice little call to madness going on him. Alright, so Nash is down. We got us a Siege Roller. Siege Roller is going to take its sweet old time getting out, of course. I'll just let it fly. Try to stay over here where I don't get exploded. Let some of these enemies around that Siege Roller die off. Alright, and there we go. So, real smooth, easy run. So, got a 10 out of 10 mod out of that one. Of course, it's not one I'm going to be using. And hopefully we got some goodies. So, as I mentioned, this was kind of a step back in the gear. I went from 0 of 10 Chaos 4 gear to 10 out of 10 Chaos 3 gear. But let's jump over to Tavern and collect up all this loot and see what we got. Alright, so here we are. We got 2 campaign shards and a Chaos 4 shard. Let's take a look and see what those are. Defense crit damage. I think we can just scrap that one. We got Enduring Tornado, which that one is not going to work out for us as well. And we've got Marking Bubble. So, as usual, getting all the stuff that I can't use. However, let's take a look and see if that did anything for our champion score. Looks like we replaced, what, one piece. It went up a tiny bit. So, we did get a little bit of value out of a champion score increase. Nothing else really here. This melee boom is nice. But, I mean, what would I even put it on? We've got the Gobu boom there. We got the unique power servo there, where it's getting the extra 7k. So, I kind of don't want to do that. I think for now we just scrap the melee boom, and I still don't have a suitable replacement to get this guy fixed up a little better. You know, I'd like to get rid of well, I mean, I'd love to get defense rate, and then, you know, throw like maybe an anti-melee or something in place of power servo. But yeah, anyway, there we go. That will get it for now. Our first run into Onslaught mode. We got 9 more maps to go before we get this one done. But completing it will give us a free Deadly Strike Shard. I am starting to get a decent amount of Defender Metal saved up, but I'm unsure of what shards to get. Like, it feels criminal to me to buy a Run Speed Shard, but that would be the greatest quality of life right now, would be a Run Speed Shard. There's also other really good shards that I could use. Just not really sure which direction I want to take quite yet. But that will do it for now. Thanks an absolute ton. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful day, and I will see you all soon. Take it easy.